Thank everybody for coming out. Once again, we'll give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God in the name of His Son, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. We've been doing lessons on the mind, right? This is the fourth leg, blurred vision and dull ears. The first one we did was the inner cup versus the outer man, was dealing with your inner man or your inner self. The scriptures letting us know that we got to clean that up. The second one was the light of the body. The light of the eyes is the light of the body. Dealing with your third eye and what your third eye needs to be filled with in order to walk in light, and that's this law, right? The third one, what was the third one? We just did it last week. The eyes of the Lord are at every place. Letting you know that no matter what you do, no matter what you thinking about up here, He sees it all. You see what I'm saying? And this fourth one is blurred vision and dull ears, where we're gonna deal with understanding or the lack thereof that Israel has, the lack thereof of comprehending and or apprehending who we are as a people and what it is we need to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna go over today: blurred vision and dull ears, right? Before we get started, I want to read a couple of these definitions so we can get an understanding and try to think of this like on a spiritual level, because we're dealing with the mind. So try to, think of this on a spiritual sense. So blurred vision is the lack of sharpness of vision with, as a result, the inability to see fine detail. Blurred vision can also be an important clue to eye disease. Keep that in mind too. Eye disease, a sickness, right? So you have a lack of inability to see fine detail of things, or the testimonies, the spiritual side of the law. You see what I'm saying? Dull ears says, an eardrum shines a reflection that is called a cone of light when it is healthy and has no fluid or pus or blood behind it. If an eardrum is dull, the cone of light, keep that in mind, the cone of light is likely diminished or not noted, and there could be an infection, pressure changes, or some fluid behind the eardrum. So again, it's a type of sickness when you have dull ears and blurred vision. And we're going to look at that, and it's going to make sense when you hear the Messiah saying that, He can heal you, right, from this sickness, right? So we just going to get started, man. We're going to start at Deuteronomy, right? And we're going to look at this blurred vision and dull ears that our forefathers had, and some of us seem to demonstrate that still to this day, So let's look at this. Deuteronomy chapter 4, and we're going to do 5 through 9. This is blurred vision and dull ears. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 5 through 9. Looks like people still getting it. Yeah, see. Y'all ready? All right. When you get it, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Most High my Elohim commanded.
Now this is Moses reiterating to the people, Exodus 19, right? When the Most High came down and gave him the law, gave him the commandments and the statutes, he's reiterating this. Go ahead.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So he said the law, statutes, and commandments is your wisdom in the sight of the nations, right? This is what's going to make you up here above them, right? Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
See, that's what the other nations were supposed to say about Israel. man, this nation is wise. Boy, they understand what's going on. You know? Go ahead.
For what nation is there so great who hath Elohim so nigh unto them? As the Most High Elohim is in all things that we call upon him for. And what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day?
The law, righteous, judgment, so righteous. You see that? Statutes so great. This is how they were supposed to look at us, right? Because if we was keeping the law, the world would be a utopia. You see what I'm saying? If Israel was in their right place, this is why the nations would be saying this. But we see our forefathers, we didn't comprehend this. See that? Go ahead.
Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
He said, only take heed to thyself. That's think about what you doing and how you walking. Take heed to yourself. Are you walking right? Are you walking in line? Right? Then what he say? Keep thy soul diligently. Keep thy soul, keep your mind constantly meditating on this law, lest you forget the things that you saw. What they see? They saw the lightning. They heard the thunder. They saw the Most High came down himself to give them. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying, keep that in your heart, lest you forget about that. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Deuteronomy, because you know we forgot about that. Our forefathers must have forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? So let's go look at what happened. You know, when we forget about that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. We're going to look at some of these curses, but we ain't going to read all of them. Since we dealing with the mind, we're going to look at the curses on the mind. You know, I know we done read this a million times, but you know, when we read it now with this concept of dealing with the mind, right, they hit a little different. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to do Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're going to start at verse 15. Hold on, let people get there. Right. Moses tell the people, hey, man, y'all need to keep y'all soul diligently unless y'all forget the things that y'all saw. Right?
When we don't practice something for so long, we just naturally forget. And then we get used to whatever new that we doing.
And in Israel's case, whatever nation they went into, that's what they started doing. You know what I mean? If this nation is on Buddha, that's what they doing. If this nation was on Krishna, that's what they doing.
They chose to be followers instead of leaders.
Exactly. Let's look at this though. Deuteronomy 28, start at verse 15.
But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice.
If you will not listen unto the voice. Go ahead.
Of the Most High thy Elohim, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses should come upon thee and overtake thee.
See that? Hearken. Listen. Let's skip down to 28.
29.
Excuse me, up 28 and 29.
Oh, there you go. The Most High shall smite thee with madness.
See that? With madness. We crazy. Ain't these Hebrews, Israelites, we crazy out here, man. See that? He gonna smite you with madness. Mad TV out here.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I seen your video with you and what's the brother name? What's the brother name?
Tuvi.
From Memphis.
Big T. T Boogie.
T Boogie.
Yeah.
And he was saying the Israelites was shooting each other on the Sabbath day.
Yeah, man. That's
Israelites was shooting each other.
That's blurred vision and dull ears. Like we rock our fringes, we scream Yeshua, we come to the Sabbath day, you know, but we still hood, we still gang banging, and you know that's a sign, that's a sickness, and we gonna get into it about your visual cortex and your optic nerve, and we gonna see that's an abnormal brain function. You see, when you get the word and you don't adhere to it or comprehend it. You see what I'm saying? Shalom, Hebrew.
Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom, brother.
Hey, sis. How you doing?
Sister Brand.
That's what I'm talking about. All praise. All right, let's keep it moving. You want to finish that out? Nah, we still on
No,
the
with
28.
with madness.
Yep.
Most High shall smite thee with madness and blindness and
See
astonishment
that?
of heart.
With blindness, blurred vision. He said he's going to smite us with that. Right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save
See
thee.
that? He said you're going to grope at noonday. Right? We're going to be walking around like we don't know what's going on. See what I'm saying? Go out there at noon, and you see who on them street corners? Us, Israel, groping around. They don't know what's going on because we don't have an understanding. We don't know what we're supposed to be doing, a lot of us, right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to verse 45. Deuteronomy 28, verse 45. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest.
See that? Because thou hearkenest not, dull ears. Go ahead.
Not unto the voice of the Most High thy Elohim, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Let's keep it moving. Let's look at 63 through 66. See that? These curses is coming upon us, has came upon us because we choose not to follow, the Most High. Our fathers chose not to, and they didn't teach us. And we're following the same footsteps, not teaching our kids. That's why we come into these Sabbath classes trying to get, understanding, trying to get the law, trying to remember, that what we have forgotten. See what I'm saying? We're going to do 63 through 66.
And it shall come to pass that as the Most High rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Most High will rejoice over you to destroy you.
He said he would do what?
And he will rejoice over you to destroy you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to understand who we dealing with. Like I know a lot of us come out of the Christian church, and we've been taught that God love everybody, that God is just like this little playful bunny or something. But we just read he will rejoice over to destroy you, man. See that? So it's important that we get an understanding, and we beg him for understanding of his word so that we can walk in his way. For he won't rejoice to destroy us. Go ahead, bro.
And to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
He said plucked from off the land, right? Not migrate. Not journey. Nah, plucked. You're going to be snatched up, right? Because you refuse to hearken. Because you got dull ears and blurred vision. I'm going to have y'all plucked up off y'all land, man. Go ahead.
And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other mighty ones, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
See that? Even wood and stone. So you worshiping gods, and we're going to look at this a little bit deeper when we get to Isaiah. You worshiping gods made of wood and stone that you have hewn out yourself, that you done cut down yourself, and you don't even understand. You don't even have the comprehension to know, right, that this is just wood and stone, but you worshiping it. That's blurred vision, dull ears. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And amongst these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart.
See that? We always scared. We always scared. We walking down the street here and noise. You see that?
Yep. Police get behind you.
Police get behind you. Hey, we get nervous.
Heart attack.
And I still do that to this day, and I'm totally legit. Insurance, full coverage, license, all that.
Hey.
But as soon as I see cherries and berries,
Nerves.
straighten up, make sure I got the belt on, that's hey. You know what I'm saying?
Shame.
Prophecy fulfilled. Hey, what did it say? Astonishment of heart. Go ahead. Trembling heart. Go ahead.
And failing of eyes and sorrow of mind.
What do you say? Failing of eyes. You gonna see, but you ain't gonna be able to perceive it. Sorrow of heart. Always sad and depressed. See that? Because we don't hearken to him. You know, our ears are dull. Our vision is blurred. See that? Go ahead.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Don't that sound familiar? Every time we walk out this crib, we don't know if we come back home. I know we trust in the Most High, you know, that he gonna protect us, you know, and we got to understand that because we in this book. But prior to that, you know, you didn't know if you was coming back to the crib, and you really still don't.
Anything can
You know, anything can happen. See that? Let's keep it moving. Before the next script is Isaiah 42. But before we go, I want to read this definition of comprehension, because like I said, it looks like Israel, we have a problem with that comprehending. It says comprehension. It says seizing information, the ability to understand the meaning or importance of something, or the knowledge acquired as a result. So we didn't understand the meaning and or the importance, right, of the Most High giving us those law, statutes, and commandments. Our fathers didn't understand that this is important. You see what I'm saying? They didn't understand that this doesn't just affect you in this moment. How you perceive this and how you take this is going to affect your children thousands of years from now. They didn't comprehend that. You see what I'm saying? Like some of us today, we don't comprehend that our actions is going to affect our children. You see that? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Isaiah 42. And we're going to look at this comprehension. Me and Chris read this script at the last lesson, but we're going to look into it a little bit more deeper. Right? I think this is it. Nah, this ain't that one, but this is Isaiah 6, but this Isaiah 42 is 1 and 2. It's a very familiar script, but
42 and 18?
yeah.
Yeah, I think you did go over it, because
Well, I went over that. I read that Isaiah 6, I think, too. That Isaiah 6 is what I was really talking about when they burning down the wood and bowing down to it, and I think that's that Isaiah 6. This Isaiah 42 is talking about when we snared in prison holes. We gonna get to it though. Yeah, we at Isaiah 42, and we gonna do 18 through 25. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind.
See that? Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind. Go ahead.
That you may see. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Most High servant?
You know, and see, who is his servants? That's us. Because we were in the loins of our fathers at the foot of that mountain back in Exodus 19. Right? So we are his servants, but we blind. Right? Because we don't perceive what it is he's trying to tell us. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
See that? Seeing many things, but don't perceive it. Go ahead.
Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
Opening the ears, but don't understand what you're hearing. See that? Go ahead.
The Most High is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
Yeah.
But this is the people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none deliver it. For a spoil, and none saith, restore.
See that? And ain't nobody gonna restore us. The only thing that's gonna restore you, is this law, right? No disrespect, but Martin Luther King, he tried. Malcolm X tried. Marcus Garvey tried. W.E.B. Du Bois tried. Barack Obama tried. You know, no man's gonna restore you. See that? Go ahead.
Who among you will give ear to this?
Who among you will see this and understand this? That ain't no man gonna save you. Who gonna hear and see and understand that you gonna have to turn to him? See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Mm-hmm.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Who is doing this to Israel? You know, a lot of us like to say the white man. I know it's a camp out there calling the white man the devil. It's all the white man's fault. Is it? Okay. Let's see what the Most High say. You see? Go ahead.
Did not the Most High, he against whom we have sinned?
He said, did not the Most High? So if it was the white man, it would have said, did not the white man against whom we have sinned? Nah. It's the Most High that's doing this to us. You see that? Go ahead.
For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
Go ahead.
Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger.
What has he done?
Poured upon him the fury of his anger.
Okay.
And the strength of battle.
Okay.
And it has set him on fire round about.
Okay.
Yet he knew not. And it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart.
See that? That's a lack of that's a mental demonstration going on up there. Where you getting burned and you don't even realize it. Right? You on fire around about and you not even considering, right, that this is coming from the Most High because you're in sin. You thinking it's like I said, it's the white man or it's the Arabs. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. It's the Most High, people. He doing this to you. And he has blurred your vision so you can't even see that. You see that? Let's go to the prophet Zephaniah. Let's do Zephaniah. We're going to do one verse. Zephaniah chapter 1, and we're going to do verse 17. He said he set you fire round about, and you ain't even take it to heart.
You didn't ask for no water.
Yeah, you chilling, you good. Come on, man. That's like I talk to my buddy sometime, right? You ask them, you say, do you think we better off now as a people, or do you think we better off back when our fathers and our mothers was doing their thing? They had the whites only and colors, right? Are we better off now than then? A lot of times I hear we better off now because we can vote. We ain't sitting at the back of the bus no more. We better off. But if you really think about it, right? We way worse. We was more together as a people back then. It wasn't as much gang banging, killing each other back in the 50s and 60s as it is now.
You see how he used that word spoiled twice.
Yeah.
If something is spoiled, that means it's no good.
You see? So, hey man, we don't consider this. We don't consider that we've been spoiled and robbed. We think we good. Because we can vote now. Yeah. Folks will tell you that. We just had a black president. What you talking about? Okay. But we go in here and read the book actually. We say we are people robbed and spoiled and ain't no man gonna restore you. See that? We got a lot of our people got blurred vision and dull ears. Because when you tell them this, they're like, man, you crazy. We good. See what I'm saying? Zephaniah chapter 1. 17. When you get it, go ahead.
And I will bring distress upon men.
He said, what did he say?
And I will bring distress upon men.
He said, I will bring distress upon men. Go ahead.
That they shall walk like blind men.
They shall walk like what?
Like blind men.
Like blind men. Not knowing what to do, not understanding, not being able to see where they're going. See that? He said he was going to do this to us. Go ahead.
Because they have sinned against the Most High.
Uh-huh.
And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
You see that? So if we continue to walk with blurred vision, if we continue to be in this sickness, you see what's going to happen. You see that? Just keep it moving. But before we keep it moving, I wanna get another definition, man. He said he will bring distress upon men that they shall walk as blind men, right? So my question was, how do we understand with our eyes, right? And like I said, I got these lessons from my elder, right? And that's the question he posed in his lesson. So we Googled, how do you understand with your eyes, right? And they brought us to this, the visual cortex, okay? Says the visual cortex of the brain is the area of the cerebral cortex that processes visual information. Now, when you go look at that, the cerebral cortex, you see that your pineal gland is in that cerebral cortex, right? So this is where you get your understanding from, right? So now my next question is, well, how does information get to your brain from your eyes? You see what I'm saying? That brought me to this. The optic nerve, right? The optic nerve is a cable-like grouping of nerve fibers, connects and transmits visual information from the eye to the brain, right? So when he's telling you that you don't have, that you see but don't see, he's saying your optic nerve cable is abnormal. Your optic nerve cable is not sending the information to your visual cortex to process it. It's disconnected. You see what I'm saying? This is how we know that, hey, God is science. And when you start looking at this science and putting it with this book, you see that he done got all T's crossed and all I's dotted. You see what I'm saying? That's all knowledge is right here in this book. You see what I'm saying? And this is what he's telling you. If you have a lack of understanding, your optic nerve cable and your visual cortex is off. And we gonna look later on where he said he done seared that. You see what I'm saying? And you know when you sear something, I was talking to my wife. You know how the Kappas and them Greek fraternities get the branding on their arm. Yeah. That meat is dead. You see what I'm saying? So when we go to 1 Timothy and look at how your conscience has been seared with the hot iron, that cerebral cortex is dead. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's telling you. And we're going to look at, let's go to Isaiah 6. We're going to look at this. Isaiah 6. This is what I'm talking about, Chris. Kevin, what me and Chris read that in the last lesson.
At the building?
Yep.
Okay.
But we're going to go into a little deeper. Isaiah 6, and we're going to do 8 through 10. To show you how, your optic nerve cable is off when you demonstrating like this. You don't have an understanding of what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? And these is real demonstrations in your brain. Like you can go Google all this, your visual cortex, your optic nerve cable, and all. These are functions in your brain. You see what I'm saying? Isaiah 6. We're gonna do 8 through 10. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Also I heard the voice of the Most High saying, "Whom shall I send, and who will go for us?" Then said, "Here am I, send me." And he said, "Go, and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Mm-hmm.
Make the heart of this people fat."
Make the heart of this people fat. When you look at that, that's oily, greasy, gross, right? He said, make the heart. He likened your heart to that of a slime. He said, make the heart of these people oily and gross. Go ahead.
And make their ears heavy,
Uh-huh.
and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
You see that? And convert and be healed from this sickness of blurred vision and dull ears. You see that? Was that it, bro?
Yeah, for this one, yeah.
All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to John. John chapter 12. And the only way you're going to be healed is you surrender and submit to the Most High. Right? And ask him for forgiveness. And he'll open up your understanding. That's what happened with me. I used to read the Bible all the time. I had no clue what I was reading. Until I asked him one day, "Hey, forgive me, Lord. Show me the truth." And now it's starting to make sense. That's what we're going to have to do. We had John chapter 12. And we're going to do 36 through 41. John chapter 12, we're going to do 36 through 41. And when you get it, go ahead, bro.
While ye have light, believe in the light.
And light has many different definitions, right? In this case, this light is power of understanding or moral and spiritual truth. I wanted to put it down there, but I wanted to keep this all on 2 pages. So, yeah, this light is power of understanding, moral and spiritual truth, right? So he said, when you have that in you, believe in that. Go ahead.
Yet a little while is the light with you.
We on 36.
My bad, that was wrong. Yeah, my bad.
You good.
That ye may be the children of the light.
There you go.
These things spake Yeshua and departed, and did hide himself from them. But though he had done so many miracles before them, they believed not on him.
See that? They seen the miracles. They seen him raise folk from the dead. Damn, they ain't believe it. Just like our forefathers in the wilderness when they came up out of Egypt, right? They seen the top of the mountain on fire, heard the thunders and the lightnings, right? Seen Moses come down with his face glowing. They ain't even perceive it though. See that? Go ahead.
But though he had done so many miracles before them, yet they believed not on him,
Mm-hmm.
that the saying of Esaias the prophet might be fulfilled, which he had spake. The Most High, who has believed our report, and to him hath the arm of the Most High been revealed. Therefore they could not believe, because that Esaias said again, he hath blinded their eyes.
He's did what?
He had blinded their eyes. And hardened their hearts.
Hardened their minds. Hardened their inner self. Go ahead.
That they should not see with their eyes,
See that?
nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them.
He said it again. They shall be converted, and I shall heal them of their blurred vision sickness, of their dulled ear sickness. See that? Go ahead.
These things said Esaias when he saw his glory and spake of him.
Let's keep it moving. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. See, he's putting this on us, y'all. It's not the white man. The Most High is smiting you with blurred vision and dull ears, because we refuse to hearken anyway. So he like, I'm not about to throw my jewels and my pearls to swine, right? And we gon' look at this. We at 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. This is about the Antichrist, that man of sin, right? Which he's been telling you all through the scriptures that he's going to come. He's going to deceive many, right? But look at what he say. We 2 Thessalonians, we're going to do chapter 2, we're going to do 8 through 12. Look like everybody there. Hold on. All right, when you get it, go ahead, bro.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
See that wicked? That's that Antichrist. Go ahead.
Whom the master shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Okay.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
See, that's your clue that we talking about the Antichrist. Go ahead.
And with all deceivableness.
All what?
All deceivableness.
Okay.
Of unrighteousness.
Okay.
And them that perish.
Okay.
Because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
So we saying, you know, if you fall under this guy, you gonna perish just like him. Shalom, sis. Shalom, bro. You gonna perish just like him, right? And now we gonna read if you choose to believe him, and you choose to follow this guy, right? Right? Verse 11. Go ahead.
And for this cause Elohim shall send them strong delusion.
Strong delusion, mental swain, error, wrong opinion relative to morals or religion. Right? So you're not going to be able to make a sound decision when it comes to morals or religion. Right? Because he's going to send a strong delusion that you should believe a lie. He's going to make you believe that lie. Right? Since you choosing to not to follow him anyway. You see that? Go ahead.
That they all might be judged to believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
See that? They all may be damned who believe not the truth, since y'all have pleasure in unrighteousness. See that? See, this is the Most High's doing, man. Like we put man on a pedestal. Man don't have as much power as we give him. You see what I'm saying? This is the situation we in is a divine punishment. You see what I'm saying? Can't no man keep a people down like this. Think about it. Throughout history, all people who was down, they rose up. You see what I'm saying? All people that was oppressed, eventually they rose up and was like, yo, we ain't taking this no more. But for some reason, this black people, so-called black people around the world can't do it. We can't rise up for some reason. Why? You see that? He done put blurred vision on us, man. Dull ears. See what I'm saying? So the majority of us is out here running amok. It's only a handful of us coming to Sabbath class trying to get this understanding. The rest of us is out there. You know what I'm saying? Shooting at each other on feast days.
Right.
In fringes. You see what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving. Let's go to Jeremiah. He about to talk about us bad in this one, y'all. He about to talk about us bad in this one. I know y'all done heard this word a lot of times, but I looked it up and it fit us. I'm just saying, it fit us to a T, man. When you look this word up. We're gonna do Jeremiah chapter 2, and we're gonna do 21 through 23. 21 through 23. All right, we at Jeremiah chapter 2, 21 through 23.
Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed.
See that? He said he planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed. Okay?
How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine
See
unto
that?
me?
He said, how y'all turn into a degenerate plant or a strange vine unto me? Degenerate. Having declined or become less specialized as in nature, character, structure, or function from an ancestral or former state. See that? That's exactly what we did. Having sunk to a condition below that which is to a normal type. Right? Now ain't that exactly what we done? He said he planted us a noble vine, a holy right seed. At first we was holy, set apart. Now we're that of the Gentiles. We do what the Gentiles do. See that? We walk in the ways of the Gentiles. We're under the commandments and precepts of men now. A degenerate plant. Wow. Go ahead, bro.
For though thou wash thee with niter,
Yep.
and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me.
See that?
Saith my sovereign most high.
No matter how much you wash, no matter how much soap you use, right? Your iniquity is still marked before the Lord. Go ahead.
How canst thou say I'm not polluted? I have not gone after Balaam.
And that's a lot of us, that's what we do. A lot of us say, no, I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't sinning. But you just read what he said. Go ahead.
See thy way in the valley. Know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary.
Camel.
Traversing her ways.
See that? He likened us to a camel, another unclean animal. You see that? A dumb one at that. You see that? This is the degenerate plant that we've become. Right? We're no longer specialized in the nature of the law, in the nature of our Creator. See what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
I was just thinking about the way they chew.
Camels.
They been chewing like they done.
But that's crazy how he likened us to that, man. You know, we supposed to be his people. But he talking to us like, man, y'all need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 44. Isaiah 44, 18 and 20. Actually, this is it right here, Kevin. 44. Isaiah 44, 18 through 20. Isaiah 44, 18 through 20. We're going to look at, this is lack of understanding. This is seeing and not perceiving what you're doing. Right? When you get it, go ahead.
They have not known nor understood. For he has shut their eyes.
See that? For he have shut their understanding. For he have cut off that optic nerve cable. Right? Go ahead.
That they cannot see.
That they cannot understand. Go ahead.
In their hearts that they cannot understand.
Go ahead.
And none considereth in his heart, neither is there knowledge, nor understanding to say. I have burned part of it in the fire.
Okay.
Yea, I have baked bread upon the coals thereof. I have roasted flesh and eaten it. And shall I make the residue thereof an abomination? Shall I fall down to the stock of a tree?
And do we do that all the time? See, that's what our forefathers was doing. They'd go get the wood, cut the wood, cook with it, warm themselves with it, you know, make a tree, then bow down to it. He like, what? Do you understand what you're doing? You see that? Go ahead.
He feedeth on ashes. A deceived heart hath turned him aside, that he cannot deliver his soul, nor say, is there not a lie in my right hand?
See that? You don't even know that you're going off. See that? Like I watch these videos, man, of these false prophets, and the prophet will say in one sense he be like, yo, all praise to the Yeshua, but in the same sense he say throw the book in the trash. See, you don't even know that you got a lie in your right hand. You don't even realize that you praised and despised the Messiah all in one sentence. You see that? That's what he's telling you. We don't even comprehend that. See that? And I'm gonna show you why. Let's go to 1 Timothy. This is why we don't understand. A lot of these folks don't understand what they're doing. Sometimes we fall under that. We'll say something and not realizing that was the devil speaking through us. You see that? Because it don't matter who you are or what you say. If it's contrary, that was the devil. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't understand or perceive that, right? And this is why. We have 1 Timothy. We're going to do chapter 4. We're going to do 1 through 2. Everybody getting an understanding? Cool. Cool. If we're going too fast, just let us know. We'll. Freezing in this mother. It's all good, though. If he did, he turned it down. Boom. Yeah, that's better already. That's better already.
Can't close.
Oh. All right. Where we Isaiah? No, 1 Timothy.
Yeah,
1 Timothy. 4, 1 through 2. Go ahead when you get it.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
That's what's going on today. Go ahead.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron.
Having their conscience seared with the hot iron. Having your what's your conscience? What's it called? The visual cortex or the cerebral cortex, where your conscience is at. That's been seared with a hot iron. Right, so your ability to receive and dissect information has been cut off. See that? That's why a brother can praise the Most High and denounce Him all in one sentence. That's why we can go out here and these folk go out here and cut down a tree and deck a Christmas tree and bow down to it and worship wood and stone, not realizing that this is a creation. Worship creation. And not the creator. That's why, because your conscience has been seared with a hot iron, man. You know, it's dead. You know, and only thing what's gonna bring it to life? This law, this book. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Proverbs. Blurred vision and dull ears, people. That's what we're dealing with right now. And in order to be healed from that, we got to meditate on this law. We got to keep this law in our inner parts. We got to write this law on the tablets of our minds. Right? So we can see, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. You know what I'm saying? The rain will leave when you come up under this law. You see? Now you still gonna go through trials and tribulations now, but you're gonna be able to see it when it's coming, and you're gonna be able to understand it and know how to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? All right, we have Proverbs. We're gonna do 1 through 7, then we're gonna do some skipping. All right, Proverbs 1 through 7. When you get it, go ahead.
The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment, and equity.
Equity. That's our God deals with equity, right? Evenness, right? You can't have equality if it's not even. See that? That's what equity is. Evenness. Go ahead.
To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion.
This is what the law does. Go ahead.
A wise man will hear and will increase learning.
There you go.
And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel.
There you go.
To understand the proverb and the interpretation.
To understand a proverb and the interpretation. Go ahead.
The words of the wise and their dark sayings.
Because that's what these are. The Most High is going to reveal to you dark sayings, family secrets. You see what I'm saying? And in order for us to understand this, our vision has to be cleared, and our ears has to be cleared in order for us to understand these dark sayings. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Skip down to 22 and do 22 through 31.
How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Uh-huh.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Fools hate knowledge. They don't even understand, right? They don't even understand that the knowledge that they walking in, right, is gonna perish. See that? This is the only knowledge that's forever, right? Go ahead.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you.
See that? He's gonna make known his words unto you. He's gonna let you in on these family secrets. Go ahead.
Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
See that? Since he called and you refused, he stretched out his hand and you didn't regard it. He sent folk to you to give you the reproof. See, the Most High ain't gonna come off his throne and come see you. He don't work like you. You ain't that special. See what I'm saying? He gonna send folk to you. You see what I'm saying? That's how he stretch out his arm, and it's on you to be able to perceive that and see that this comes from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
But you sent them away, man. I ain't trying to hear that.
That sounds like the story of the man in the boat, in the canoe.
What's that?
When the water started rising, the water started rising, so he got in the canoe. And it kept rising. He got in a bigger boat. Then he had to stand on a mountain. And he sent a helicopter. And basically, I'm probably messing the story up, but the guy drowned. And, he drowned and goes, because he's standing in front of the Most High and say, why you deceive me? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's like, well, I sent you a canoe. Sent you
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You like, I don't want to hear that. That's exactly, that's what that is. Yeah. He didn't perceive that the Most High was trying to save him.
Absolutely.
Why? Because his vision was blurred.
We can wait for a magic hand to come
and
lift you up.
Exactly. Yeah, he ain't getting off his throne. Like I said, we not that special, man. We not Moses. You know, we not Levi and them. he ain't fooling with us like that. You know, we got the written word. You know, they had it in the flesh. We got it in the book. See that? Go ahead. 26.
I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes.
See that? So when you deny his hand when he trying to help you, when the calamity come and you call out, he said he gonna mock you. He said he gonna laugh at you.
That's a scary thing.
That's man, boy.
That's scary.
Boy, come on, man.
That's how he just said he will rejoice.
Yeah, he said he gonna rejoice to bring you to naught.
Rejoice and laugh at you.
Come on, man.
Now he gonna enjoy.
Source of help.
Your only, what you say, Kev? Your only source of help is laughing at you and mocking you at the same time.
Like you drowning, reaching up.
He gonna be at his father. Look at him. Come on, man.
That's scary.
That's scary as hell, bro. That's scary. That's very, very scary. Let's keep it moving. 27.
When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon
See that?
you.
When it come like when everything around you going running amok, you be like, come on, glory. He just gonna be laughing at you. Cause really, you probably wouldn't even be going through this had you hearkened to the voice he sent. Right? You probably wouldn't even be going through this. Right? Go ahead.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated knowledge.
They did what?
For that they hated knowledge.
Dull ears. Blurred vision. Go ahead.
And did not choose the fear of the Most High. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof.
Despised all my reproof. Now you going through it. But ain't that how we are? And don't we do the same thing? Don't come at me now. I try to tell you. That's how you know, man, this is our God, because we act just like it. If you think about it, we act just like it. I try to tell you. We mock too. I try to tell you, stupid butt. You see what I'm saying? We do the same thing, man. Go ahead. Look at you now. I told you. See, yeah, we the same thing, man. Go ahead, bro.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own
See that?
devices.
So you gonna eat of the fruit of your own ways.
Let me finish this up. 2 more verses.
I think, was that it?
That
31
was
was it?
it. There's 2 more today.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them,
Uh-huh.
and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of
See that? He said, but whosoever shall hear me, right? Whoever shall hear me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. See that? We got to hear him, though. Do we hear him? Let's keep it moving. Where we at? We at Psalms?
Yeah, Psalm 78, verse 1, starting at verse 1.
Psalm 78. Man, this got cold, boy. The Most High cold, man. Straight up. All right, we have Psalm 78. We're going to do 1 through 8. Then we're going to do 10 through 11. Moving on through. All right. When you get it, Hebrew, go ahead.
Give ear, O my people,
Uh-huh.
to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my
See
mouth.
that? Give ear, O my people. Listen to him. Incline your ears. Go ahead.
I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old.
This is why he's telling you open your ears, because I'm gonna speak in parables, and everybody, it's not meant for everybody to understand these. We gonna look at that, right? It ain't meant for everybody to understand these parables. It's only meant for I ain't gonna even just say Israel. I'm gonna say certain people of Israel, because when he was reading these parables, that's all he was talking to was Israel. He told his folks it's not meant for them. So it's only meant for certain Israel, right? Those who have an ear, who choose to hearken, who choose to see, right? Go ahead.
Which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from the children.
And we gonna teach our children too, right? That's what our fathers failed to do. They didn't teach us. See what I'm saying? Go ahead. Shewing to the generation.
Shewing to the generation to come the praises of the Most High, and his strength and his wonderful works that he has done. For he established a testimony in Jacob.
And who?
And he established a testimony in Jacob.
Okay.
And appointed a law in Israel.
Okay.
Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
See that? He only dealing with Israel. See that? Go ahead.
That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
See, that's what we were supposed to be doing. Teaching our children and our sons, right? But our fathers had a lack of understanding, right? So they didn't pass it on. That's why it's only a remnant of us now coming to Sabbath class and keeping feast days, and the rest of us is out here running amok, right? Go ahead.
It might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation.
Uh-huh.
A generation that set not their heart aright.
See that?
Whose spirit was not
It
steadfast
said
with hell.
and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation. See that? That's what our fathers was, stubborn and rebellious, right? When we talk about falling off, well, our people fell off. Our people is the definition of falling off, right? Because they was in congregation with the creator of the universe, the one who created everything. I'm talking about could knock on this door, go holler at him one-on-one. But look at us now. We are a degenerate plant. We don't even know him no more. It's crazy. Go ahead, bro. That's because of our stubborn fathers. See that? Go ahead.
Verse 10. They kept not the covenant of Elohim and refused to walk in his law.
And what?
And forgot his works.
Forgot his works. Remember, we just read that. Meditate on it lest you forget. Lest you forget. That's exactly what happened. So since you want to forget, since you don't want to meditate on his ways, you want to do what the Gentiles do, I'm going to sear your conscience with a hot iron. I'm going to send a strong delusion so you will believe a lie. I'm going to send blurred vision and dull ears upon you, so you're going to be walking around here like a blind man, groping, trying to figure out what's going on. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. Go ahead. Was that it?
No.
End of 11.
And his wonders that he has shewed them. And he forgot his works and his wonders that he has shewed
See,
them.
they forgot all that. They forgot everything they seen at that mountain, man. See that? Let's go to Matthew. Let's go check out what the Messiah got to say about the situation. Let's go to Matthew. See what Matthew talking about. We're going to read Matthew 13. And we're going to do 9 through 15. And when you see that Esaias, that's just Isaiah, y'all. That's the Greek. That's how they say it in Greek. All right, so we have Matthew chapter 13. We're going to do 9 through 15. And when you get it, go ahead.
Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
He said, why you speak to them in parables? Excuse me, we just read about the dark sayings. He said, I'm going to speak to y'all in parables. The disciples like, why? Go ahead.
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Then we just read, he said, my testimonies have I given to Jacob, right? My covenant have I established with Israel, right? So it's on us to know the mysteries and the parables, right? But even in Israel, only certain ones is gonna get it, right? It's the ones that really want to know, that really want to adhere, and apprehend, who we are as a people and walk in that way, right? Go ahead.
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance.
See that? For him is be given, shall be given. It's going to be more in abundance. If you seek him. Go ahead.
For whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he had.
You keep on going the way you going, he going to take what you got, what you do know. Right? He going to take that from you. Going to one day open up this book and try to read it, you ain't going to understand what's going on. Go ahead.
Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Blurred vision, dull ears. Go ahead.
And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand.
See that?
And seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
Dull ears, blurred vision. Go ahead.
For this people's heart is waxed gross, and
See
their
that?
ears are dull of hearing.
He done told you again. Don't waxed, gross, oily, nasty, filthy. See that? Go ahead.
And their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and should understand with their heart and should be converted, and I should heal.
And I should do what?
and I shall heal them.
See that? See, this is a sickness, man. When you suffer from blurred vision and dull ears, that's a sickness. That's a mental retardation, right? When you can read in this book, keep his commandments, right? But you don't. You see what I'm saying? When you read in this book, yeah, you come to Sabbath class, but if your heart, you know, if your mind is filthy, you might as well stay at home. But you still come and talking about shalom, but you hate the sister that's sitting next to you. You see what I'm saying? That's an abnormal brain function. That's retarded. You see what I'm saying? That's the real mental issue. That's mental sickness. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. And that's what he want to heal you from. That mental sickness. You see what I'm saying? Not Prozac. You know? Is that a mental drug? I don't know. I just said Prozac. Is it? Okay. All right. 16.
16?
Nah. Verse 16. Or did we go to
34.
Hold on, Matthew.
Yeah, we heard.
Okay, go to 34. Go to 34. Verse 34 through 35.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all.
34.
We still in Matthew 13. Just skip to 34, 35.
All these things spake Yeshua unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto
He said,
them.
without a parable spake he not unto them. So I could just imagine talking to the master. He was speaking in riddles the whole time. Everything came out his mouth was a riddle. You know what I'm saying? That's boy. Go ahead.
That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world.
See that? He said he gonna utter things that's been kept secret since the foundation of the world. I don't know about y'all, but I want to know them secrets. You see what I'm saying? And the chakra mans ain't gonna give it to you. The Egyptologists, man, they don't have this answer. You see what I'm saying? The Buddha man, Allah, they don't got this. They don't know nothing about the foundation of the world. You see what I'm saying? So it's highly important for us to be cured from our blurred vision and dull ears if we are going to understand the secrets kept from the foundations of the world. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep moving. Let's go back to Isaiah. Prophet Isaiah. First, we're going to do chapter 29. Isaiah 29. Look at what the Lord has done to us a little bit more, man. To let you know, man, that this ain't no other nation doing this to us. It's not because of the Arab that you know, our neighborhoods are impoverished. It ain't his fault that he got all the gas stations. You know? You know, we gonna read what happened, man. You know? Isaiah 29, we're gonna do 9 through 13. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
What we drunk with? That's the doctrines of these false prophets that's out here, man. We adhere to those doctrines and shun what's coming out the book. You know, it don't make no sense. Like me and my wife was talking, how she was like, you know, this the only book that brings controversy. You bring somebody the Book of the Dead, they like, oh, let me check it out. You bring somebody a Ouija board, what this do? People go to palm readers. It's comfortable, very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? People wake up in the morning, read their horoscope, very comfortable. But the minute you say, let's go to Isaiah chapter 29, you in the Bible? What you? That's the white man's book. You see that? That's how. So it should tell you something that this is the most controversial book on the planet. Why is that? Why is that? All the other knowledge is accepted, but this one. See what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. This is why though. This is why. Right here, this next verse. Go ahead.
For the Most High hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
What has he poured out?
the spirit of deep sleep.
See, didn't he say we walking around groping like a blind man? So if you sleep, ain't that what you doing? You walking around like you sleepwalking.
Like a zombie.
You like a zombie. See that? He said he gonna do this. Go ahead.
And he hath closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seers hath he covered.
Seared their conscience with a hot iron. See what I'm saying? You read it all over the book. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of the book that is sealed,
See that? The book is sealed to them, man. Go ahead.
which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray
So he
thee.
give it to the smart man, the one with all the PhDs. Say, read this. What he say?
And he saith, I cannot,
I cannot.
for it is sealed.
See that? Yeah, you got a lot of understanding in the ways of Howard University, but when you open this book, duh.
Hey, bro,
Yo,
I go through that a lot.
yeah, hey,
With people in, like they be puffed up on their little degrees in their college.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then they'll tell me, they'll be like, I tried to read the Bible, but I can't understand.
yeah.
You
Prophecy
gave
for
up, but you gave up right after that. I was like, you done been through college, right? I
Theology.
said, so what you do when you ain't understand something in them books? You searched it out, right? You don't want to do that with the Bible.
nope, because that's prophecy fulfilled. He shut their understanding, and like you said, they don't want to keep searching it. They rather go and get the knowledge from the tree of the good and evil. They rather get that knowledge instead of the knowledge from the tree of life. See that? That's all the knowledge of the tree of good and evil in the garden was. The knowledges of the worlds, the sciences of the worlds, which all knowledge comes from the Most High,
Absolutely.
right? But they've taken the knowledge and twisted and turned it around,
Because that knowledge looked good to him.
right? And they claimed it for themselves. You see what I'm saying? But once you get in this, you will see, man, what you talking about? You got that from here. You just twisting it around.
Yeah, this is easy right here, man, but that right there is too complicated.
You see that? But it's on you to have, to be healed from them dull ears and blurred vision, so you can see that. See that? Go ahead, bro.
And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore the Most High saith, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth,
Uh-huh.
and with their lips do honor me,
But what?
but have removed their heart far from me,
Uh-huh.
and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
See that? That's what's going on today, man. The precepts of the Most High are being taught by men, so we don't fear him. Right? That what they teach in the Sunday church, come as you are. So where's the fear?
God is all love.
Yeah, God love everybody. But we've been reading all morning, all afternoon that he gonna do something to you if you ain't in line. He gonna do something to you, man. Yeah.
They're gonna punish you.
So how is that? He love everybody. See, that's the blurred vision and dull ears. When your pastor tell you that, you just run with it. You don't, like my brother just said, you don't search it out. You see what I'm saying? You like, okay, cool.
Why they gotta be knocking like a public?
That's what you do when you come on.
No, I don't.
I'm like, what the?
Shalom, Hebrew.
Shalom,
Yeah,
shalom.
man, God's on you. Knocking like that. I got one for you.
Some chairs over
Yeah,
there.
we can scoot down.
Chairs over there.
We can scoot down.
Oh,
We can scoot down.
She said they can scoot down, Chris.
Yeah, man. Her legs hurt. I see that. Yeah.
Shalom, sister.
Upstairs, first going on.
All right. Welcome everybody coming on in. Got more people falling in for the Shabbat class.
Hallelujah.
All praises, all praises.
About what, 2 hours in?
It's all good. Where we at? Verse 16. We have, hold on, let's everybody, let's set.
We are on.
Verse 16,
Isaiah 29.
Isaiah
16.
29, verse 16.
Yep.
For everybody just came in, we doing blurred vision and dull ears. The fourth leg of the mind series. My wife got the lesson if you need, okay. The fourth leg of this mind series. Blurred vision and dull ears. Dealing with comprehension. Or the lack thereof. Right? The inability to comprehend what the Most High is trying to convey to us. That's what this is about.
Isaiah 16, 29 and 16.
Yep. Isaiah 29:16. Go ahead, bro.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
See, turning the things upside down. The first day is the last day. See that? The first day is the last day. The upside down. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For shall the work say of him that made it,
Uh-huh.
he made me not?
Uh-huh.
Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no
See
understanding?
that? How are we gonna say that we understand or try to tell the master that we understand and we're the clay? You see what I'm saying? We're the ones that need the understanding. See what I'm saying? But you got folk out here thinking they know it all. They got to understand it, you know. But clearly, that's blurred vision, dull ears, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Malachi. Let's go to the prophet Malachi. See what Malachi got to say about the situation. Go to the book of Malachi. Where we at? Chapter 2. We're going to do 7 through 9. Malachi chapter 2. And we're going to do 7 through 9. And when you get it, go ahead, bro.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge,
See that? The priest's lips should keep knowledge. Okay? Go ahead.
and they should seek the law at his mouth.
Uh-huh.
For he is the messenger of the Most High of hosts.
Uh-huh.
But ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law.
What have they done?
They have caused many to stumble at the law.
See that? Go ahead.
Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Most High of hosts.
Uh-huh.
Therefore have I also made you contemptible
Uh-huh.
and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law.
But have been partial in the law. Right? So this is why, you know, the people is off. Because our priests, right? Our priests had dull ears and blurred vision. Right? And chose to walk in their own ways as opposed to the ways of the Most High. Right? And when you go into that testament of Levi, before his death, tells his kids that this was going to happen. Long before Moses. You see what I'm saying? Long before, you know, Sinai, Exodus 19, Exodus 20. Levi prophesied about this, right? That the priest was going to go off. And when your priest is off, your leaders is off, your people going to be off. You see what I'm saying? That's why Paul tell us to study to show yourself approved. So when your leaders or your teachers say something that's off, you can hear it. Wait a minute, D-Ro, that don't, I didn't read that. See that? Wait a minute, Chris, that didn't sound right. That's how you would know. But right. You feel me? But if you're not studying or not, you know, learning on your own, me and Chris can get up here and tell you anything. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all just gonna take hold of it.
Yeah.
Run.
And run with it. That's why you got to study yourself. You got to go home and flip these pages too. Don't just take what we up here reading and presenting to y'all. You see what I'm saying? You got to ask the Most High for the understanding for yourself and ask him to take them scales off your eyes himself, you know, and take the clogs out of your ears yourself. You see what I'm saying?
Otherwise, you allow men to control your vision.
There you go.
Instead of the Most High to control your vision.
And that turns into man worship. You see what I'm saying? Come on. Let's keep moving, though. Let's go to Jeremiah. We're just gonna do one here to right here. Jeremiah chapter 4. Jeremiah chapter 4. We're gonna do 22. 22. Shalom, shalom, sis. Praise to the Most High. 22. Yep, we just gonna do one. Another Most High calling us out again. Wait, he calling us out again. He just called us degenerate. So look what he about to call us now. Yeah, Most High be dogging us, man. But you only chastise those you love, man.
Right.
You know,
I'm just saying yesterday, only people can hurt you is
the ones that love you. You whoop your child because you love them.
Yep.
You correct your child because you love them. You don't want to see them bump their head no more.
Can't nobody you
You know?
you don't got no love for him, hurt your feelings.
There you go.
So like his feelings hurt. His feelings was hurt when he was talking to us like this.
The Most High's feelings is hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
They are hurt. He's very upset.
If he didn't love us, he would carry us.
Nah, he wouldn't have had his prophets
said that in
this,
Genesis.
and we'd be out here looking crazy right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he didn't love us.
Might be sure he might say, "Oh, y'all firewood."
Yeah. All right, so we had Jeremiah chapter 4. Jeremiah chapter 4, we're going to do 22. When you get it, go ahead, Chris.
My people is foolish.
My people is what?
They foolish.
Okay.
They have not known me.
How can they not know him? What you mean they don't know him? We were the only nation that he dealt with. Because we ignored him. That's why. Our fathers ignored him. That's why he say they don't even know me, man. Go ahead.
They are sottish children.
They are what children?
Sottish
Now
children.
look that up. That means plain and simple, stupid. Stupid. They are stupid children. Why would he say that? Because when we came out of Egypt, our father seen the Red Sea split. See what I'm saying? Our father seen the plagues, how he destroyed. At the time, Egypt was the top of the food chain. After we left Egypt, Egypt ain't been on the top since. See that? So our people seen that, right? We get to the wilderness, right? We see our Messiah come down and the lightning, thunder, and we see all that, right? But we still choose to go our own way. That's stupid. That's stupid, man. You know? So, let's go.
And they have none understanding.
See that? They don't understand. He told them, if y'all hearken to my words, y'all gonna be at the top. If y'all don't, y'all gonna be at the bottom. Plain and simple. We told them. Y'all listen to me, right? All the nations gonna have to come to y'all for their marching orders. If you don't listen to me, y'all gonna serve them. They didn't understand that. They didn't take it seriously. Right? And what's the definition of comprehension? The ability to understand the meaning or importance of something. See that? They didn't understand the importance of what he was telling them. See that? And today, some of us still go through the same thing. We don't understand the importance when your wife come and tell you, you might need to calm down, spouse. We don't understand the importance of that. See what I'm saying? Wives, we don't understand the importance when, you out of line, baby, you might need to be cool. You don't understand that? We don't understand the importance of what you just heard. See what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just want to fight.
Dull ears, man. That's a sickness. See what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I just want to fight right now.
That's off. That's destruction. That's not peace.
I'm just saying, because you be knowing sometimes, you just be like, I don't want to hear that right now.
Hey, you can never not want to hear the word of the Most High.
Right. You're right. I'm just saying.
See, that's Satan. That's saying he don't want to hear that because Satan wants to keep that. He done plant that seed and he want that seed to blossom. So in order for that seed to blossom, I can't hear no life right
He got a
now.
hold. He trying to keep.
Yeah, I can't hear no water right now to blossom this seed. You see what I'm saying? Nah, I can't hear that water. Nah. That's what that is, bro. Straight up. Let's keep it moving though. Let's flip the script a little bit. Let's see what we can do. You want to finish? My fault.
Yeah, I ain't finished yet.
Go ahead.
says they are wise to do evil,
Uh-huh.
but not to do good. They have no knowledge.
See that? We wise to do evil. Hey. We'll set a brother up in a minute. You know, we know how to spin a brother in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? But to do good, we like, duh. Yeah. it's like calculus to us. To do good,
Too much work.
yeah, it's too much work, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. But let's see what we can do to get us out of that mind state, man. Let's go to Joshua. Let's go to the homie Joshua, the warrior, the successor of Moses. Let's see what Joshua got to say about the demonstration. We're going to do Joshua chapter 1.
We got this right before you walk out our door at the house, huh?
What you say, bro?
We got this scripture on the way. If you look at that chalkboard
Uh-huh.
out the door,
Uh-huh.
this scripture's on there.
Ah, praise you. Hey, because this is the blueprint,
Yes, sir.
right? Joshua gave you the blueprint. And who did he get it from? Moses. Where did Moses get it from? Where did Moses get it from? There you go. There you go.
Yes, sir.
So this is the blueprint to success. This is the blueprint to heal you of your blurred vision and dull ears. So we're going to do chapter 1, and we're going to do 7 through 9. Okay, when you get it, go ahead, bro.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
See that? Be strong and courageous. Don't be scared, right? Because when you're scared, you do things out of fear, right? Go ahead.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
To do what?
Be observed to do according to all the law.
Okay.
Which Moses my servant commanded thee.
Uh-huh.
Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Uh-huh.
That thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
The thou mayest what?
That thou mayest prosper.
Okay. This is how you're gonna prosper, right? By keeping the law and doing everything in it.
The whole law.
The whole law, not chasing the bag. You're not gonna prosper chasing the bag. I don't care if you have $2 trillion billion in the bank. If you're not keeping the law, that's void. That's vanity. You see what I'm saying? Not saying money is not good, you know. Money's, yeah, but you don't put all your trust in money. You see what I'm saying? You don't believe that money is gonna fix your situation. Because it's not. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
See that? This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. See, this is how you're not going to forget it. Right? Go ahead.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Day and night. Okay.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Read that last part again. For then what?
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous.
Okay.
And then thou shalt have good success.
See that? So this is what you're going to be, this is how you're going to prosper. And this is how you're going to be successful. You see what I'm saying? In this life and more so the life to come. You see what I'm saying? Because all this is temporary, what we're seeing right now. This money in your pockets now, these cards in our pockets, these credit cards and stuff, that's temporal.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? The real treasures is up in the heavens. There you go. That's where the rich were. He said, can't nobody break in and steal it. Or it won't get molded or ran down with moths and all that. Right? The treasures down here can get corroded. Right? Burnt up. Stolen. Right? So that's where the real success is. In the heavens. Go ahead. Oh, that it?
No, one more verse.
Go ahead.
Have not I commanded thee?
Uh-huh.
Be strong and of a good courage.
Uh-huh.
Be not afraid.
See that? Be not afraid.
Neither be thou dismayed.
Uh-huh.
For the Most High thy Elohim is with thee whithersoever thou goest.
See that? He with you no matter where you go, man. As long as you keeping his way, as long as you walking with him, no matter where you go, he gonna be with you. You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell my rib all the time, man. Even if I'm not there, the spirit is with you. So don't be scared or I know it's easier said than done, but just try to remember that. That's when I'm not there. That's your protection. That spirit, that your guardian angel, right? I remember when we was coming from what's that live jazz spot downtown? The slippery noodle. That's what it was. Slippery noodle. When we first came into this truth, right? We was very new, right? We leaving the slippery noodle. It's probably about 10, 11 o'clock at night. Me and my wife hold hands, right? We walk into the car. We see a dude come from behind the car, coming straight for us. I'm looking at his eyes. I see that this guy, it looked like he about to do something. So as I'm holding my wife's hand, I cocked my left hand about to fire off, but he went the other way. You see what I'm saying? Am I lying? You see what I'm saying? So that just told me right there, right, that if you walking with him, he's going to protect you. You don't have to worry about getting robbed or mugged. You don't. Nah, hey, a soldier that's trusting in him. You know what I'm saying? Because that told me even more that I need to really focus on this. That's my protection. You see, I'm not going to even have to fire off. I'm not going to have to bust around. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to even come nigh to me as long as we walking in this. You see what I'm saying? This is your success. You see what I'm saying? This is your shield. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving, though. Let's go to 2 Timothy. Yep, 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy. He with you at all times, man. At all times. She trying to get me to sell the gun. I don't know if I'm going to do that, though. I think I'm going to keep that. Because I tell you, hey.
Trying to get you to sell it.
Yeah, you said, kid, you did say that. You did say that. My brother trying to buy it from me. Yeah. And that's what I say. Yeah, Abraham, he was strapped up. Remember, he said when it happened with the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah, he strapped up all his servants.
Teach Judah the bow.
You see what I'm saying? Teach Judah the bow. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it, but you know, my trust is in him, though. You know what I'm saying?
Trust in him that I'm gonna hit you. Really.
I trust that he's gonna guide my sight. Where are you at? 2 Timothy. We doing chapter 4. Yeah, okay. I had to make sure this it. Yep, Timothy chapter 4, 2 Timothy chapter 4. Yes, sir. 2 Timothy chapter 4, 1 through 4. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
I charge thee therefore before Elohim and the Master Yeshua Messiah, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
Okay, this is why he's saying this, right? This is why he's saying, preach the word instant in season when folk want to hear it, out of season when folk don't want to hear it. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with long suffering, that's with patience, and with the doctrine, right? That's with this book, right? Because what? Go ahead.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
See that? The time is going to come where their ears is going to be dull and their vision going to be blurred. See that? Go ahead.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves.
See that?
Teachers having itching ears.
So after their own lust shall they heap to themselves. Like they not going to want to hear what you're talking about. Right? They're going to be after their own lust. See that? Go ahead.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
See
they
that?
shall be turned unto fables.
See that? They're going to turn their ears from the truth and be turned into fables. See that? I was just watching a video the other day. The brother said that there wasn't no war in heaven. Satan wasn't kicked out of heaven. I said, what? The brother said, because this is one of them camps that call the white man the devil. Right? So the brother asked him, he said, so is the white man the same devil that was in the garden and deceived Eve? This brother said, yeah. I said, what? He said, the brother said, well, how does that? He said, how does that work? The brother from the camp was like, well, see, the creation wasn't like he created Adam, and then he took Adam's rib. He created all nations all at the same time. See that? Fables, man.
Straight up.
I couldn't listen. I said, okay, I'm done. I couldn't listen no more, man, because, like, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I look to see what these brothers are talking about for ammunition, to see what's actually being said out there, right? But a lot of times, my spirit be so vexed, I don't even want to hear that. When they say certain things, my spirit get vexed. I don't even want to hear that, man. I don't even, what? He created everybody simultaneously. The white man was the devil in the garden to deceive Eve. Man, come on, man. Do you know how much power you're giving that nation, man? Come on, side is stupid. Exactly. Do you know how much power you're giving this man when you say that? Hey, fables, man. Fables. And I say all praises when I read scriptures like for this 2 Timothy and see a video like that. All praise, the scriptures jumping off the page, man. This book is all truth. See what I'm saying? Straight up. Let's go to Ephesians. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Ephesians. This is how you cure yourself of a blurred vision and dull ears. Ephesians. Where we at? Chapter 1. We're going to do 9 through 10. Ephesians chapter 1. We're going to do,
After Galatians.
yeah, right after Galatians. We done chapter 1, 9 through 10. And we're going to do 15 through 18. Go ahead, bro, when you get it.
Having made known unto us the mystery of his will.
See that? Having made known to us the mystery of his will. See, when something's a mystery, right, you need to really look into it. Check it out. We're not going to be able to do that with blurred vision and dull ears. Go ahead.
According to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed in himself.
Go ahead.
That in the dispensation of the fullness of times he might gather together in one all things in Messiah.
See that? All things in Christ. Go ahead.
Both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him.
See that? Even in heaven and on earth. Everything is in him. We're supposed to be in him. This is where you're going to get your understanding from. In him. Whether you're in heaven or whether you're on earth. All things are in him. You see that? Go ahead. 15. We're going to do 15 through 18.
Wherefore I also, after I heard of your faith in the Master Yeshua and love unto all the saints, cease not to give thanks for you, making mention of you in all my prayers.
Okay.
That the El of our Master Yeshua Messiah, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him.
That's what we pray for, right? That he give us the spirit of wisdom, right? And the knowledge and revelation of him. That what? Go ahead, 18.
The eyes of your understanding being enlightened.
See that? The eyes of your understanding being enlightened, right? Your conscience being enlightened. Your third eye being enlightened. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That ye may know what is the hope of his calling and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints.
See that? So that you may know what the hope of his calling is. What's the hope of his calling? That we become gods. That we make the first resurrection, right? And receive what? The glory of his inheritance. Those riches that are up in the heavens, right? That he has aside for us. You see what I'm saying? That you can receive, right? If you come into the fullness of Christ. That's what we need to understand. That's what we need to see, right? Let's keep it moving. Was that it? That was it, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs. This is how you take the scales off your eyes, folks. This is how you heal yourself from that blurred vision, allowing the Messiah to dwell up there. Wash your heart Wash your mind with this word. That's what's going to heal it. We're going to do Proverbs chapter 6, and we're going to do 20 through 23. These are scriptures to heal you. These are scriptures that you use to heal yourself, man, of blurred vision and dull ears. These are scriptures that you use to keep yourself from falling into that sickness. Right? Because although we see now, we hear clearly now, you know, he can take that from us if we don't continue to walk in that way. See what I'm saying? So we have Proverbs chapter 6. We're going to do 20 through 23. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
My son, keep thy father's commandment,
Uh-huh.
and forsake not the law of thy mother.
Keep the commandments of your father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, the law of the land of Jerusalem. That's your mother. Go ahead.
Blind them continually upon thine heart,
Uh-huh.
and tie them about thy neck.
See that? He said, bind them continually upon thy mind, and tie them about thy neck. Go ahead.
When thou goest, it shall lead thee.
Uh-huh.
When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee.
Uh-huh.
And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee.
See that? When thou goest, it shall lead thee. So when you get up in the morning, you don't check your horoscope. When you get up in the morning, just open this book. And whatever it open up to, read. Or when you get up in the morning, pray. Most High, you guide my footsteps today. Where do you want me to go? How would you want me to go today? You see what I'm saying? That's what we do in the morning when we wake up, as opposed to checking our Facebook. What did dude say yesterday? How many likes did I get on that post yesterday? I know. For me, for a long time, that's the first thing I did when I got up. I grabbed my phone. First thing. Now you ask my wife, I try to ignore that thing a lot of times now. You know what I'm saying?
But you still pick it up, don't you?
I mean, you got to.
You just open the book up
Wherever it is, just read or pray. You know, when you get up in the morning, pray. So before you even get out of bed, before you even step foot on the floor, just lay there and then send it up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us as husbands, right, we can send it up, and that's your house is taken care of. You see what I'm saying? You just sanctified your spouse. You see what I'm saying? If it's pure, right, and if you're doing it in truth, you see what I'm saying? Because we the head, the household go as we do. You see what I'm saying? So if you walking like that, yeah, you just sanctified your spouse. You see what I'm saying? Was we done with that?
I don't think so.
Nah, go ahead.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light,
Uh-huh.
and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Said the commandments is a lamp, and the law is light. Yeah, I know we done read these scriptures before, but you know, it's always good to go over them. You know what I'm saying? The commandment is a light, and the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light. That's what's going to enlighten that third eye. Right?
And it says, reproofs of instruction is the way of life.
Why you say that? Because we constantly battling up here. This is where the war is fought and won at, right here between your ears. That's where it starts. Right there. That's where it's fought and won at. And then it manifests, however the battle goes on up here, it manifests from your mouth and your actions. See what I'm saying? So in order for you to fight that war righteously, you're gonna have to have the spirit up there. You're gonna have to have your sword up there. In order to fight that war effectively. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Proverbs 15. This is how we heal ourselves, man, from blurred vision and dull ears. And it's how we keep ourselves from falling into that. Because I know a lot of us may not be walking in that blurred vision or dull ears, but in some circumstances or some, situations, we may demonstrate that way. You see what I'm saying? Our vision may be blurred, or our hearing may be dull in that particular situation, in that particular moment. You see what I'm saying? And in order for us to not fall victim to that, we always got to be walking in the spirit. See, that's what these lessons about the mind is. It's telling us that we constantly have to walk in the spirit. Because if not, you may fall victim. You see what I'm saying? And it's no telling what that outcome may be when you allow that to manifest, the sin to manifest. There's no telling what the outcome may be. So this is why he's telling us it's imperative that we walk in the Spirit at all times, man. At all times. 15, we're going to do 28 through 32. 28 through 32. When you get it, go ahead.
The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things.
Just like what my brother said earlier, the guy with the PhD. He said, man, I can understand the school books, but when I open up the Bible, I don't understand it. But it just said, the heart of the righteous is going to study it to answer, though. You see that? If you righteous, you going to look into that. If it don't make sense to you or you don't understand it, don't automatically go to the Bible's tampered with. You see what I'm saying? Don't automatically go to this is bull crap. Nah, your understanding is bull crap. You see what I'm saying? Your understanding is off. You have blurred vision and dull ears. Ain't nothing wrong with the book. The book done stood the test of time. You see what I'm saying? We can read things in here that was written 2,000 years ago that's coming to pass right now today. So it's not the book. You see what I'm saying? It's our understanding. You can go in here and read it. He say, my ways are not your ways. My ways are heavenly. Your ways are earthly. You see what I'm saying? My ways are above your ways. So you're not going to always understand how I do things, man. That's what he's telling us. So we're going to have to go study and search it out instead of being like, I don't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The Most High is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, and the good report maketh the bones fat.
This fat is prosperous. When you go look this fat up, it ain't oily and greasy. This fat is prosperous. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise.
The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. You see that? So if you're not hearing, right, wise counsel, you're going to be running around with knuckleheads, man. You see that? And you're going to mess around and get yourself caught up in something. You know, like you were saying earlier, when you at the studio, brothers coming back and forth. We don't know what these other brothers in here done. You see what I'm saying? Straight, that's how it be sometime, man. Go ahead, continue.
He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul. But he that heareth reproof getteth understanding.
He that heareth reproof get to understand. He that chooses to adhere to the wise counsel gets to understand it. Maybe I shouldn't do that. See that? Go ahead. Was that it? Yeah, 30. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 37. This is to heal you from that sickness or to keep you from falling into that sickness. A blurred vision and dull ears. Psalms 37. We're going to do 30 through 31. Psalms 37. And we're going to do 30 through 31. You get it?
No.
Go ahead.
The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment.
Okay.
The law of the Most High is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide.
See that? None of his steps shall slide. If the law of the Most High is in your mind, if you're constantly meditating on this, if you're constantly pondering on it. I ride without the music on, man. My wife like, why you be riding without the music on? I be conversating with my God. I never ride with it. Maybe every now and again I might have the music on, but I ride in silence. Because this is my time to conversate, to meditate, to ponder on what I've been reading. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. What did he mean when I read Corinthians 1 and 5? What was he meaning? Straight up. This is what you gotta do, man. You know? This helps me. And not saying I still fall short sometimes, but it helped me though. It helped me understand to see where I fell short too. When my wife come and tell me, well, Okay, I see what you're saying, baby.
Just a little bit.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. Lamb back.
Go ahead.
Lamb back.
What? Okay. You said the same thing. You know what? I was hearing brothers saying lamb back, right? And I'm like, what? Why they saying lamb? Okay, because we don't do the piggies. Okay. Okay.
Beef back.
Yeah, beef back. Okay, D. Go ahead, bro.
Baby back. But what you just said.
Yeah.
When you ride and you just don't turn on no.
Nothing.
It's like, man, you get a pure connection.
Yeah.
It's pure.
It's pure.
You can understand. You can hear.
You can hear.
It's like you can get in your spirit.
Yeah, man.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's just peaceful. It's a peaceful thing for me.
Peaceful.
And me and my wife bumped heads one time. I was like, why you always gotta have the radio on? We just bump heads. But we gotta agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying right there.
Yep.
That peace.
Yep.
Sometimes you just gotta find peace.
Yep.
No matter where you at. I'll be on my way to work and I'll be frustrated.
Yep.
And I just don't listen to nothing. And just
That's how I be sometimes, man. Or if I do have it on, it'd be a lesson or something. Or
Yep.
I don't listen to 106.7 or 96.3. I used to, and I'm not saying that that's a sin. Understand me
I
now.
was addicted to the Ricky
I'm not
Smiley
saying
Morning
listen
Show.
right. I'm not saying listening to the radio is a sin. That's You can listen to the radio, man.
So
You
say
know.
it works for you.
It just for me sometimes, like when we brought out that lesson about the light of the body, what you take it to your ear gates and your eye gates, that now you're gonna have to deal with that in your visual cortex in there.
But to speak
So-
on her behalf,
Yeah.
it do be the righteous music.
For sure, I'll praise it.
Sometimes I just don't be want to hear nothing.
Me too, man. Sometimes,
And then I find myself,
but that's when he seal your instructions in your sleep. So just think about it. When you've been pondering all day, meditating all day, and when you go to sleep, that's when he gonna seal your instructions. See what I'm saying? We can go read that in that Job. What you say, bro?
I was gonna say that my head is clear and I meditate at night when I go to sleep. I keep sticky notes.
Uh-huh.
So you wake up, I get up in the middle of the night and I'll be writing stuff down.
Yeah.
Because if I don't write it down, I'll forget it by the time I wake up
Yeah,
in the morning.
but that's how he deal with it. Like go in that Job and read, bro. He seals your instructions in your sleep. For real.
since we speaking on it, every time I done did that, just know nothing, meditate, and go to sleep, I came up with a lot of my lyrics. A lot of them. I done woke up out of my sleep reciting lyrics, and she like, no. I was like, all right, I go to the table. I mean, straight up out my sleep and spit lyrics.
And you know that's him because the lyrics that's coming out ain't what we used to rap about.
Absolutely.
So you know that ain't you.
So now if I'm
You know
up
what
in the
I'm
middle of the night, I just get up and go to the table.
Yeah.
And get the right
Yep. That's how it be, man. That's what happens when you ponder on him and meditate on him, right? He gonna send that ruach to you to deal with you. Right? That's how that works, man. He ain't gonna get off his throne now.
And
He gonna say, go holler at him. He gonna send his messenger, go holler at him.
I'm gonna tell everybody something else once we get done too. With this another thing I asked for, forgot, and the Most High showed it to me. But I'm gonna tell y'all about it when we get done.
Okay, bet. We gonna say that for the end.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to Proverbs. Keep moving. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 7. Moving right along, y'all. Proverbs chapter 7. And we gonna do 1 through 7. When you get it, go ahead.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee.
Uh-huh.
Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
He said, and my law is the apple of thine eye. That means always constantly that law is on your eye, on your conscience, on your mind. You see that? And real quick, I'm like, I don't understand how the Sunday Christians say the law is done away with. When you come to Proverbs and all through this book, he say, keep my law, keep my commandments. See that?
That's all we talking about
That's
from the beginning.
from the beginning to the
In
end.
the Revelations, when it talking, he said, those who kept my law.
That's it.
In Revelations, at the end.
That's it.
Absolutely. They be trying to say, oh, that's in the Old Testament. We ain't in that book. We in the, you know what I mean? They be trying
Paul
to
Price
say
is saying the
everything
same
what you
thing.
stand
Come on,
on,
man.
so
Everybody.
That's the first thing they say. That's Old Testament.
But blurred vision. Don't listen. Because then I'm gonna tell you how that equates to blurred vision. When you say the law is done away with, you're saying the Messiah is done away with. Because ain't the Messiah the law? He's the walking law. He's the word. This
I always tell people about the scripture where it said he didn't come to replace the law, but to fulfill it.
Matthew 5:17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he said, I come in the volume of the book. John chapter 1:1. And the word was God, and the word was with God. So this whole word is the Messiah. From Genesis to Revelation. So when you say the law is done away with, you don't understand that you're saying the Messiah is done away with. That's blurred vision. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's blurred vision. You know? But he said he was going to do that.
No law but grace
Yeah, see, how can you obey grace?
without the law.
Yeah, he said obey my law. So if the law is grace, how do you obey grace? Yeah. Grace is an attribute. You can't obey an attribute. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Where we at? Proverbs 1-7?
Yeah.
Or did we already do that?
We just did part of it.
Proverbs 7, chapter 7, 1-7? Okay, go ahead.
We on the
Verse 3.
yeah. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart.
It said, bind them upon thy fingers. Write them upon the table of thy heart. How do you bind the law on your fingers? Turn these pages, man. Turn these pages. Getting it up in your heart so your fingers ain't going to go to sin. Your feet ain't going to run to sin. Your mouth ain't going to speak to sin. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister,
Mhm.
and call understanding thy kinswoman.
There you go.
That they may keep thee from the strange woman.
What's the strange woman? He's not talking about no prostitute. The strange woman is that false doctrine, man. That's the strange woman. Because you can go read about the whorehouses. You feel me? That the folks is running up in. These whorehouses are these houses of worship that's not worshiping the God of this book. That's worshiping the gods of the world. Right? That's the strange woman. Right? That this law is going to keep you from. Because, you see? Because you're going to be able to hear the strangeness when it's spoken.
That Jezebel spirit.
Right. Jezebel was not a streetwalker. She was a false prophet. She wasn't a prostitute, what we've been taught. Jezebel was a female teacher, a preacher, who taught Baalim worship. Yeah, she was a witch. Exactly. Right? So that's what when the book talks about the Jezebel spirit, it talks about that spirit that's trying to usurp the authority of man, and that spirit that's trying to push the doctrine of these false teachings. Idolatry. Exactly. That's what this strange woman is. Go ahead. From the stranger. Verse 5. Verse 5.
From the stranger which flattereth with her words.
And that ain't the words flattering from them strange doctrines. I was listening to the Egyptologist guy the other day. He sound good in the mud. Sound very smooth, intelligent, but speaking blasphemies off his straight blasphemies coming off his mouth. But had I not been understand what I'm listening to and what I done read, I might have been like, well, let me listen, let me consider this. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, them brothers be sounding smooth, man. You know, using big words and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it make a lot of sense. Until you bring it to measure it up to this. You see what I'm saying? If you don't measure it up to this, it's gonna make total sense.
Come back forward.
Yeah, but as soon as you put it to this, it's gonna sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's why you gotta have this on your heart. You got to. Or you gonna be seduced. See what I'm saying? You can go read that, how these brothers will seduce you with their words. Right? Go ahead.
Or at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding.
See? Void of understanding. The Egyptologists, they void of understanding. Right? The Sunday goer. Void of understanding. See that? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Luke. Luke. The book of Luke.
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. We're gonna look at some. We're gonna look at some understanding right here. Is this it? I think this is the one. Nah, that's that John. That's that John. Let's go to Luke chapter 6. Let We're gonna do 39 through 42.
Beatitudes.
You did some good digging, Doc.
All praise,
Yes,
Hebrew.
sir.
Like I said, this is lessons that I got from my elder, man.
Yes, sir.
The brother T Boogie, man, put 5 of these out, man. And when I first came into the knowledge, I came across these 5 videos, and it just helped me understand what this book is really talking about. It's a spiritual thing, man. And in order to really understand it, you know, you're gonna have to clear your mind from the mess that's been put in there from us growing up, and you know, the Sunday doctrine, you know, what your mom and daddy taught you, all the nonsense.
That deprogram the
You got to deprogram, man. You know, and in order to do that, you got to get in this book, and after you deprogram yourself, you got to get in this book to reprogram yourself. You see, and these 5 lessons help me do that. Because when we first came to, I told my wife, it's like, babe, we got to forget everything we learned about God and relearn it.
Yep.
Everything that we've been taught, even outside the church, everything you've been taught about God, you got to forget it. Because everything you've been taught has been a lie. Or if it's not not a straight out lie, it's been some deception added to it. So you got to forget all of that, right? And reprogram, like my brother said, reprogram. And what better to reprogram your visual cortex with than this law? See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro, when you get it. 39.
And he spake a parable unto them.
Uh-huh.
Can the blind lead the blind?
Can the blind lead the blind? So if you blind husbands, how we gonna lead our wives? If you blind wives, how you gonna lead the kids? If we blind teachers, how we gonna lead the flock? How we gonna teach the flock? See that? We gotta heal ourselves, man, from this blindness.
That's the same mistake our forefathers made.
That's the same mistake correct, brother. The same mistake our forefathers made. You see? They was given the instructions, given the blueprint, but they didn't comprehend the seriousness of it. We're given the blueprint. This is the blueprint, right? To succeed. We read it in Joshua. This is the blueprint to succeed. We need to take it seriously and seize it, comprehend it, apprehend it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Shall they both not fall into the ditch? The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master.
See that? You're not above the master. But if you walk in his ways, you're going to be just like him. See that? You're going to have the same knowledge. Like the script say, when you see him, you're going to be as him. If you're so blessed to lay your eyes on the Father, you're going to be as the Father. You see that? Hey, I don't know about y'all, but hey, I want to see that. And the Book of the Dead ain't going to show you how to do that, man. The chakra people can't show you how to do that. Allah can't show you how to do that. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye?
He said, why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye? Go ahead.
But perceiveth not the beam that is in thy
See
own
that?
eye.
Why I'm worried about the mote that's in my brother Chris' eye, but I don't even understand that I got a big dumb beam in my own eye. See that? That's what, you know, folk, we judging other folk, but we got skeletons in our closet. We ain't judging ourselves. That's blurred vision. See that? I'm quick to jump on my brother. You see what I'm saying? But I'm over here cussing out my rig. How you gonna check him about how he running his demonstration, and you over here? That's blurred vision, man. You don't even understand that you're trying to correct him, and you're not even correcting yourself. That's the Pharisees, exactly. That's the same exact spirit that's on us today. The same spirit that's on the Pharisees. And we're going to look at that spirit in John that was on them Pharisees, right? And we're going to look at the spirit that was on our forefathers in the wilderness when they saw Moses. When they seen Moses was glowing and he had to put the veil on. They didn't understand it. All I got to do is do what he did, and I'm going to be glowing too. They didn't understand that. You see what I'm saying? They looking at us like, oh, this dude, something done happened. This dude is crazy. They looking at it like that. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. 42.
Either how canst thou say to thy brother, Brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye,
Uh-huh.
when thou thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thine own
Uh-huh.
eye? Thou hypocrite.
Thou what?
Thou hypocrite.
Okay.
Cast out first the beam out of thine own eye,
Uh-huh.
and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye.
Then shalt thou do what?
Thou shalt see clearly.
See clearly. Once you examine yourself, like we read in that very first scripture, take heed to thyself. Once you examine yourself, then you will be able to see clearly. You see what I'm saying? But if you ain't examining yourself, then you probably just... Like my uncle used to say, man, sometimes you got to stand in the corner and search yourself. My Uncle Booby used to tell me that all the time. D-Ro, you need to go stand in that corner and search yourself, man. You off right now. Self-check. Straight tell me that all the time, man. I didn't know that the God tells us to do the same thing. Self-check, man. Straight up. Go ahead, bro. Was that it? All right. That's it. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. Self-check, folks. You can't be out here checking other folk and you ain't checking yourself. That's blurred vision. That's a hypocrite. 2 Corinthians, we doing chapter 3. Yeah, okay. This is talking about Moses, right? How when he came off the mountain, and how our people didn't perceive what was going on with him. How our people didn't understand what they were seeing with Moses, right? 2 Corinthians, we gonna do chapter 7. I'm sorry, chapter 3. Verse 7 through 8, and we're gonna do skipping. When you get it, go ahead, bro.
But if the ministration of death, written and engraven in stones, was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away.
Okay, so what did he talking about? It says, but if the ministration of death, written and engraven in stones, was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance. What are they talking about? Like I said, when Moses was up in the mountain getting the oracles, right?
He was on holy ground up there.
There you go. He was conversating, but he was in the presence of the Most High. This is what Paul is telling the Corinthians. He was in the presence of the Most High so much that he started to make the transition into that body. You see what I'm saying? He started to get the body that Adam and Eve had. He started to glow. That's why he had to wear that veil. We're going to read it. Go ahead.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit be rather glorious?
So he's saying, even though that covenant made him glow, and that covenant is going to be done away with, and we're going to be coming into this new covenant, the order of Melchizedek. He said, now how more powerful is this new covenant, this spiritual covenant that we under? How glorious is that? Right? Let's go. 11 through 14.
For if that which is done away was glorious, which much more that which remaineth is glorious.
See that? For if that which is done away with, the order of Aaron, right? If that was glorious, much more that which remain is glorious. The order of Melchizedek. That's the order we under now. Go ahead.
Seeing then that we have such hope, we use great plainness of speech.
Uh-huh.
And not as Moses, which put a veil over his face, that the children of Israel could not steadfastly look to the end of that which is abolished.
See that? He said he had to put that veil over his face because the people couldn't look upon him. Right? But they didn't understand that, hey, he just been up on the mountain with the Most High for 40 days, congregating with him, eating with him, supping with him. They didn't understand that, hey, if I do the same thing, I'm going to be glowing too. The whole nation will be glowing if we was to do this. Blurred vision. They didn't see what they saw but didn't see. They seen this man glowing but didn't perceive it. You see that? I know me personally. If my wife come in here glowing, I'm gonna be like, wait a minute, what's going on? What did you do? Where you been at? What's going on? What can I do to do that? You know what I'm saying? You glowing like the Messiah. You see what I'm saying?
Who's the mask?
You feel me? You looking like show enough in this thing. Shoot. But the children of Israel, they ain't even see that. I'm pretty sure some of them did. Some of them did, you know, because the spirit is still here today. On us, we see it.
Shoot, they had just
Right.
performed idolatry too. Though.
All that.
They was way as far.
That's why he told him to get down there. He said, man, look, Moses, I know we up here chilling, but go down there, man, because these people done went off. You see that? That's why he had to leave. Because we done started.
And then go back.
Exactly, bro. That's stupid. You see what I'm saying?
So y'all
That's,
did all that for nothing.
that's a mental.
40 days.
That's a
Yeah.
mental issue. You see what I'm saying? That's real mental sickness. You see what I'm saying? Not you hearing voices or whatever. No, mental sickness is when you can't understand the word of God and you out here running amok and doing what you think is right.
Because you running around doing whatever.
Right. That's mental sickness.
But you know what?
You see?
Well, another mental sickness is on the same subject though.
What's that?
When, and I done did it before, so I'm guilty of. I used to be guilty of it.
Uh-huh.
When you do everything under the sun, Monday through Friday, and then go to church on Sunday. I'm talking about selling dope,
Yeah.
gang banging, everything.
But that's the same as with the Shabbat.
I'm saying that's a sickness.
Yeah. You all week you doing all manner of evil, but you come to Shabbat class talking about shalom.
Yeah.
See, you absolutely right with the Sunday church, but I like to keep it in house because we say we Hebrew Israelites.
They got the scripture for that. Where they went to the
See?
feast days. They don't mean nothing.
Nah.
If we just doing everything else from every other time of the year.
Nah, it don't. That's why you constantly got to walk in the spirit. Because he said away with your feast days, away with your new moons. I don't even want to hear that. Make me sick because you wicked in your heart.
Like Brother Ed say, what that means?
Sacrifices.
Exactly. Full from that. Because really, if you sacrifice is because you messed up. That's why you had to sacrifice. That's why you got to pray because you messed up. He like, don't mess up. You know what I'm saying? Just don't mess up. Keep this law in your heart and you ain't going to mess up, man. See that? What we at? We done with that?
No.
We at 13.
Yeah.
Nah, 14.
But their minds were blind.
See that? But their hearts were blinded looking at Moses. They didn't see that. They didn't perceive it. Go ahead.
For until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament.
He said, until this day, the same veil remains. Go ahead.
Which veil is done away in Messiah.
See? So the veil now is Christ. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That's it for that.
That was it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go look at this even more. Let's go to John. Right. Let's go to John. Let's go to John. We're going to do chapter 9. To show you how these Pharisees had blurred vision. And they were the teachers of the law. They were what you would consider today a lawyer. That's what the Pharisees was, lawyers. That too. They were well versed in the law, but didn't see the law when it was right in their face. See that? They taught the law, studied the law, walked in the law, but didn't see the law when it was right in their face. That's blurred vision, dull ears. We're going to look at this. John chapter 9, we're going to do 6 through 11. When you get it, we're going to skip. 6 through 11. When you get it, go ahead.
When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground.
Oh, let me give y'all context of where we at. This is the blind man, right? When the Messiah is about to give sight back to a blind man, which is really what he's trying to do for us spiritually. He's about to do it carnally with this blind man, but this is what he's trying to do with us spiritually, right? Go ahead.
And when he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle. And he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay.
Okay.
And he said unto him, Go wash in the pool of Siloam.
Siloam. Now look at listen to what this is. Go ahead.
Which is by interpretation sense.
So what he's saying is when he open your eyes and give you the understanding, right? you gonna have to go out there and tell people. See what I'm saying? When he bless you with this knowledge and this power, you gonna have to go share it. You can't sit in your crib and just sit on it. Nah, you gotta be sent. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He went his way therefore and washed and came seeing.
Uh-huh.
The neighbors therefore and they which had seen him that he was blind said, Is not this he that sat in bed?
So you got the folks seeing this guy. Wait a minute, this guy was blind. He was just begging just a few minutes ago. What's up? Go ahead.
Some said, This is he. Others said, Some said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. But he said, I am he.
So some of them like, wait a minute, that ain't him. Yeah, it's him. But then he was like, nah, it's me. Yeah, I was blind and was begging just to let y'all know, yeah, it's me. Go ahead.
Therefore said they unto him, How were thine eyes opened?
So he about to tell him. Go ahead.
He answered and said, A man that is called Yeshua made clay and anointed thine eyes.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto me, Go to the pool of Siloam and wash. And I went and washed, and I received sight.
Okay. So he just told him what the demonstration was. This is what happened, y'all. The guy named Jesus, hey, he put clay on my eyes and I can see now. He told me to go wash out in the Siloam and I can see. All right, let's look deeper to this. Let's go to 17 through 23.
They say unto the blind man again, What sayest thou of him, that he hath opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet.
Uh-huh.
But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received his sight until
Uh-huh.
they called the parents of him that had received his sight.
See that? So they don't even believe. They just seen an hour ago that this man was blind. They just seen him back and probably threw him a couple shekels. Right? Now they seen him a few hours later. He can see. He tell them what's going on, what happened. They don't even believe him. Huh? Y'all just seen I was blind. I'm telling y'all what the deal is. They don't even believe him. Blurred vision. Dull ears. Go ahead.
And they asked them, saying, Is this your son?
So they go to his parents now. Is this your son? Go ahead.
who you say was born blind? How then doth he now see?
Uh-huh.
His parents answered them and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind.
Uh-huh.
But by what means he now seeth, we know not, or who hath opened his eyes, we know not.
Uh-huh.
He is of age. Ask him; he shall speak for himself.
See that? We don't know what's going on. He grown though, so y'all can ask him yourself. He grown, he gonna tell y'all. But we don't know. That's what this is mom and daddy saying. We don't know how he got his sight back. But he was blind when he came out the womb though. Yeah, y'all gonna have to ask him. Right? Exactly. Blurred vision. Blurred vision. Go ahead.
These words spake his parents because they feared the Jews.
Because they what?
They feared the Jews.
See that? They feared the Jews. They see at this time the Jews was like if you talking about you following Yeshua, you getting kicked out of the synagogue. You wasn't allowed to come to the synagogue no more. See that?
The Jews said
Right. So this is why his parents are scared. They like, they don't want to get kicked out of the synagogue. They want to be able to come to church on Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Messiah,
See that?
he should be put out of the synagogue.
If any man did confess that he was Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue. See that? So it's a fear that's going on. These people don't want to be put out of the synagogue, so they're going to deny Christ. This is why I tell you, don't be scared.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do things out of fear, and you're going to end up denying Christ out of fear.
They want to stay under the good graces.
They wanted to keep going to the synagogue. So they would rather deny Christ to be able to go to church.
Deny your brother.
In my mind, I'm going to deny that church, and I'm going to stay in line with the Most High. Because that church is going to burn up. That synagogue, we see the synagogue ain't there right now.
Right.
The same synagogue they was going to, that temple, Solomon's temple, is gone. You see what I'm saying? So they was worried about still being able to go to that temple that ain't even there no more. Just saying. Just saying. Like my brother Vision always say, it ain't about the building, man. It ain't. It's good that we can have a place to congregate, but it ain't about the building, man. At all. Don't put your faith and trust in that building. Put your faith and trust in the Most High. That's forever. You know? Go ahead.
Therefore said his parents, he is of age, ask him.
Uh-huh.
Then again,
Hold on, that was that.
was that?
23. Yep, skip down to 26. And do 26 through 32.
Then said they to him again, What did he to thee?
So what did he to thee? Right.
Yeah. How opened he thine eyes?
So they asked him again. He done told him twice
Same thing.
what the deal is. So they asked him again. Go ahead.
He answered them, I have told you already.
See?
And you did not hear.
Yo, dog, you got dull ears.
Wherefore would you hear it again? Will ye also be his disciples?
So now like what? Y'all gonna be his disciples now if y'all hear it again? Why y'all want to hear it again? Go ahead.
Then they reviled him and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples.
See, now he's talking to the Pharisees, right? He said, y'all are his disciples. He said, we are Moses' disciples. These Pharisees, we Moses' disciples. Are y'all?
Just because he's the first one to write the law.
He should have said,
Yeah.
Moses worked for my daddy.
You feel me? but we about to see how carnal these Pharisees are, man. What 26? What was that? 26, 32. Yeah, keep reading.
Yeah.
29.
We know that Elohim spake unto Moses, as for this fellow, we know not
See that?
from whence he is.
See, he said, we know the Most High spoke to Moses. He said, as for this fella, we know not whence he is. You see that? For as this fella Christ, we know not whence he is. You see that? The law is right here in their face. The word is right here in their face. And they said, we know not whence he is. And y'all are the preachers and teachers of the law. Y'all been studying the law all y'all life. But y'all can't even see when the word is in your face. The living, breathing word is in your face. Blurred vision. He has seared your conscience so you won't even be able to see me when I present myself to you. That's heavy, man. I pray he never do that to me. I pray he never close up, sear my conscience with a hot iron. I pray he never do that. Go ahead. Real quick, that's where the saying come. You wouldn't know if it was a snake if it bit you on your butt. See, that everything come from here, man. You wouldn't know if it was a apple if it was sitting on your face. We get it from here. Go ahead.
The man answered and said unto them, Why herein is a marvelous thing that ye know not from whence he is, and yet he hath opened mine eyes.
See that? Why you worrying about where he coming from? And he opened up my eyes. You should know where this is coming from. He opened up my eyes. You see that? The regular man is telling the so-called teachers and leaders the deal. They're like, what you mean where he come from? He opened up my eyes. You don't see the glory? I've been blind all my life. And this man just gave me sight. What do you mean where he come from?
First thing you gotta see.
Yeah. What you mean where he come from? That's blurred vision, man. The Pharisees don't see it because they blinded with pride and envy and strife in their heart. That's what's all up in there. So ain't no light gonna be able to penetrate that. See that? That's why they wasn't able to see that. Go ahead.
Now we know that Elohim heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of Elohim and doeth his will, him he hears.
See that? That's what the man is telling him. He said he don't hear sinners. See that? I've been praying now to open up my eyes. My eyes is open now. What you mean where he come from? Go ahead.
Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind?
See that? Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened up the eyes of one that was born blind? Who do that? Who had the power to do that? What he asked the Pharisees. Who has the power to give sight to the blind man? Have we even heard of this since the beginning of time? This is what he asked the Pharisees. Let's skip down to 39. Read 39 through 41.
And Yeshua said, For judgment I am come unto this world. They that see not might see, and they which see might be made blind.
See that? That's what he came into this world to do. And that's what he did to that blind man, to show us carnally what he's trying to do spiritually. He's trying to give us sight, right? With this light. Go ahead.
And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words and said unto him, Are we blind also?
You see that? The Pharisees heard him like, are we blind also? Check out what the Messiah tell them. Go ahead.
Yeshua said unto them, If you were blind, you would have no sin. But now ye say, We see, therefore your sin remaineth.
See that? Your sin remaineth.
It's deep.
Cause you said you don't see. So your sin gonna be your sin remaining. Your sin ain't forgiven. Cause you ain't came under the blood. You don't see that the word is walking right here in your face. You trying to kill me. And I ain't done nothing but tell y'all truth. So yeah, your sin's gonna remain, player. That's what he telling the Pharisees, man. You know? But yeah, that's the lesson. Blurred vision and dull ears. You know? Let's try not to fall victim to that. Let's constantly pray that the Most High opens our understanding, opens our eyes, opens our ears so that we can understand and we can hear him and we can walk in his way. And we can see and hear heresies when they come, when we come across them. We'll be able to call out damnable heresies when we hear and see them. We'll be able to call out folk that's not walking in his way, but they saying they are. We'll be able to see that. See that? Blurred vision, dull ears. All praise. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sabbath. Hallelujah.
Enjoy this lesson.
All praise.